Welcome back, everybody. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week. Today's video is going to be a different style, different type of format, more of a conversation type of video, because I think as a community, we have a lot to discuss. I've been seeing a lot the past few weeks as a creator. One of my jobs is to listen to you guys and listen to feedback and see what you guys are saying in terms of how you feel about Minecraft, because I'm a Minecraft YouTuber. It's really important what you guys think and how you feel about the game. And I've been noticing a lot of frustration. I've been seeing a lot of people that are just sort of tired and disappointed with Minecraft, with how Mojang's been performing as of the past few updates. And I think it's important to address these things because yes, I do see a lot of people that are satisfied with Mojang. They're happy with 1.19 and they look forward to the next major update. But I'm also seeing a large amount of people that are just sort of disappointed and confused, and they feel like they're not being heard, which is probably a big issue for a game this big. I genuinely understand why there's so many people that just feel like they're not being heard and they're not seeing what they feel like they should see in a game that they care about so much. Now, I do want to read a tweet by KingBDogs, which basically summarizes how I feel about the situation for the most part, and I did break down most of his tweets in a video last week. And I think it's a very important video, and it's also important to sort of get different perspectives, not just see and hear what you want to hear, and especially from people that tend to think similar to how you think. I think it's always important to get different perspectives. And KingBDog said this: "When plans change for an update, I think it's fair to be disappointed or upset. It'd be wrong of me to invalidate those feelings. Recent discussions have me thinking, though. The current environment makes it difficult to show things early that we're not sure of yet." Which he's 100% correct. They do have to sort of figure out how they can balance the two. Because for Minecraft, they've built a lot of their fan base on not necessarily transparency, but including and involving the community in the early stages of game development. With snapshots and betas, they've done a great job of releasing them usually every single week after they come back from holiday break, which I believe is around like the second week of January. And they've been consistently doing this for about a decade now, probably over a decade. So a long time. They've built a community, they've built a huge following and fan base with snapshots and betas. And I absolutely love that Mojang does this. A lot of game developers, a lot of studios don't regularly release beta content for players, for people to test out. And I think this is one of the issues that might lead to what we have going on right now, which is just a lot of people don't know what to expect. So one of the problems with betas and snapshots is they will release features in these betas and snapshots, but they're not guaranteed to be in that update. A more recent example would be bundles. We were able to play around with bundles for like a couple weeks and then they removed it. We don't really know exactly what's going on with that. That's just one example of a beta feature that was removed, which isn't necessarily anything new. Mojang has done this in almost every single update. So yeah, you got that side of things. And I think that's led to some people being frustrated with, just the snapshots and betas. But to me, that's part of the process. But here's where things get a little bit even more confusing. And maybe it's why some people are just like, yeah, we don't know what's going on. And that is during Minecraft Live, which is the event that everybody knows is the event where they present the next major update. The content that they showcase during that event isn't necessarily guaranteed to be in that update. Most recently, Deep Dark and the Warden were removed from Caves and Cliffs for a lot of reasons, which I've discussed plenty of times already. Just refer back to the split video by Mojang if you're trying to understand what happened with that. but that was pushed to the wild update. Archaeology was removed from the caves and cliffs. We don't necessarily know when we're going to get that. All we know is archaeology will eventually come. And then we have a lot of other features that were removed, like fireflies. The birch just happened to be a concept, so it wasn't guaranteed or promised. It was just simply a concept. So we're seeing things during Minecraft Live that we don't necessarily know when they are coming or if they are coming, which I don't necessarily think anybody is at fault for that. But I do think when it comes to communication, Mojang hasn't really done the best job the last several years. And that's even hard for me to say because I'm such a huge fanboy of Mojang and the people that work on the game. I'm friends with a lot of the developers and people behind the scenes, so it's hard for me to criticize. But I think it's also very important that we do criticize in a constructive way when we do see things could be handled better. And it's really hard for creators to do this, especially for a game that they make content on, because they're afraid of the backlash, they're afraid of people misinterpreting what they say, and they'll be like, oh, you're just negative, you're just, something that they're clearly not. It's really easy for people to sort of twist the words of what they're trying to say to make it seem like something that it's not. So it's easier for people to just be positive and optimistic. But in reality, I think a lot of people do feel the same way about what's going on, which is that Mojang can be better when it comes to communicating and in terms of transparency, because I do think they love sharing new features. They do love sharing new concepts and ideas. But I think a lot of the backlash and a lot of the sort of the repercussions of them removing certain features and announcing things the way they do is timing. And when they choose to announce these things, it's several months into development. And oftentimes it's just like, why didn't you tell us when you knew this? So I think a lot of people are just frustrated and tired of being informed about things when it's getting closer to release. That might get a little exhausting at some point in time, even as a fan. As a creator, I have to be flexible, and no matter what, I always want to emphasize that the people working on Minecraft, the people behind the scenes are human beings. Behind their Twitter handle is a person with feelings that cares about the game that they're working on. And I think that's something we always have to consider before we decide to type anything to anybody, is that they care about this game. But at the end of the day, how do we make it better? And how do we make it easier for there to be no confusion? I think that should be the ultimate goal, and that's only truly achieved through communication and transparency. I know that they can't reveal everything. There has to be some surprises because, it's a 13-year-old game. It's been out for a long time. Everybody knows about Minecraft, so they got to keep people on their toes. They got to keep people excited and hyped for what's next, which is honestly the foundation of my channel. It's always going to be about what is next for Minecraft. So if anybody from Mojang or Minecraft is watching this, just know that I really do care about you. I care about this game, and I do think that this is the best community. So I appreciate you guys. Feel free to leave your thoughts and share any feedback down below in the comment section. I'll be reading everything. With that said, take care. Peace.